What's up? Sports Joe. Went ahead, hadn't posted anything here in a couple of days, other than being on the road and working. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Really fucking around working on bullshit stuff, but should be working on the choppers. Got a number of things that I need to be doing. Um, I'm gonna let y'all hang out and piddle around watching me piddle on some of these things here. Things to do, stuff I'm working on, stuff I should have had done, and following up on a lot of other people's videos and stuff. Of course, learn times all the time. So I'm steadily following and looking at other people's vids and streams and giving likes and all that. I probably do, for those who wonder, at times I actually do about 30 likes a day, at least to 30 random people. Most of the ones who have zero, I usually put a like or put hearts. That's just cause people take the time to go out of their way, to sit there and make the videos and stuff like that. It's pretty much a damn shame when most of the people that watch them don't hit the like or the heart button on there. Or say a comment, drop something when you can. It doesn't have to be with me. I just make the vids just on the sides. But I guess through respects and other people's efforts that have the time for making better videos because they got better editing equipment and things like that, they actually deserve the likes and stuff. That's why I usually go through and give them as many as I can and actually read the comments and stuff on most people's other channels. I'm actually interested in learning and reading on what most people have to say. As for right now, I only have that's what I do mine. Just a pad and a phone. So I don't got nothing special, not on editing and things like that, but nonetheless, still got the opportunity for being able to make stuff, so I just do. And if it's at random, it's just cause. It's just to let you see what's going on somewhere else besides your garage or what you're doing. If you're entertained, you are. If you ain't, well, teach me or show me something that you're into. I might be into it too. I'm into a mix of things: rat rods, choppers, ATVs, mudding, Jeeps, lifted trucks, motors, anything like guy stuff, or even welcomed even to women actually riding too. That's something I like promoting too. That's one of the odd things that you hardly ever see, but should be promoted. It's a good thing to see a crossover of people enjoying and doing also what other men like doing too. That's actually a plus there in most people's parts. As for right now, I guess we'll flip this, and so here's what I should be working on. I got a whole tranny to pull out on that and all kind of shift linkages and stuff to taking apart. Stuff that I was working on about 2-3 months ago, but got sidetracked with work. I was watching somebody's new video over on TikTok a couple of days ago that really got into theirs and got it all fixed and put back in pretty fast. So probably tonight I'm going to pull all this apart and get it all out. I'll probably run it here tonight just to get some fluids running through it, and probably charge the battery up. I haven't ran this in a few months, so this battery's probably already down. I don't have a tender on it. Now, I have another older battery. This, I guess you know where that came from, but this is one that I gotta check the water on. I gotta see if that'll even still hold. I gotta see if that'll even still hold a charge. Oh, then we got all the bars out. There's something else I gotta see if I want. If I want to stay with the bars that I'm rolling on this big. These are actually 18s right here. These are narrow 18s that I'm running on this one. It's only for that lead sled look, or I guess you could say Indian Larry. That's pretty much the theme I was trying to go with on that. I was watching one of Billy's videos earlier today. He posted on an old FLH and a knuckle, and a couple of Larry's old bikes too. It's a pretty good video. Should stop by and take a look at it. Gave me some motivation. Getting back to these choppers, got bunch of set of bars and different things that I could run on either the long chopper or even on this one. I'll give you a quick look at different stuff I've collected over the time. Some buckhorn, some wide beach bars, narrow T bars. These are my favorite right here, but they actually have these actually are running like a 22 on threads, pretty much metric. That was the only problem on running these on the long chopper. The springer on there, I couldn't get these large bolt heads. That's the wrong thing to run up under the top tree. They actually have to be flat. So that's the only reason I can't run these for the moment until I find the correct bolts to replace with that, and them being metric. These are actually nice. I got these at either at a swap meet show over in Fort Worth. I think if that'll focus. There we go. Old stuff. That's the stamp on that. Actually some kick-ass bars. Get some grips and stuff on it. This would probably look good on the long chopper, or maybe even on this one if I run it as a skinny. Still playing around with this one, trying to find its way on what kind of look to give it. Been having these on reserve for quite a while. T-bars are pretty good. They got two different. These are like really, really long narrows. These are homemade. Somebody TIG welded these. I think I might have got these maybe at Texas Fandango. Hey there, little lady. And we got these at another swap meet. A little bit shorter at angles, but these are actually drilled out for running wiring through them. Same problem too. Bolts. And these are actually standard thread. You just can't run those under the Springer top tree. That's the only problem on me running any of these. I gotta find some kind of answer to that. Buckhorns, too short. Got tired of buckhorn. Who actually knows what these are? You can run these on old choppers, old iron heads. You can run these as front highway bars, and at another old school tell me too that you can actually run this off by the up under the seat by the battery in an upward fashion for like a passenger rider too. Most people put them up in front. Got a nice twist to them. I think I got these for like 20 bucks or something at a swap meet. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I only gave them 20 bucks. You got to be into the real deal. You can afford the real stuff, you know, but for being vintage, it's pretty good. You have to revamp things. Nothing comes just right out the box, you know, unless you got money. And if you got money, it's going to be a repop. If you got a repop, then you ain't really chopping. Better to run original, old, classic stuff than new. Anybody can put a bike together, you know, with new stuff out the box. Call that a chopper. It's not really a real chopper. Got the other 8s. Got a few other on. Those were actually for a Road King, another set of 18s. Oh, I think somebody dogged the shit out of them there with the wire cutouts. I was going to re-weld those and fix those up. And then we got the set of 20s. These were actually from my old Road King. These are 1.5 inch 1.5 inch in thickness, 20 inch. These I'll probably sell later on. A little bit too big. These were actually by, who was it? Oh, these are called Psycho Chubs. 20 inch Psycho Chubs. And due time, different projects, they'll find their places. Hey, what's up, Bobcat? You ain't got a channel? I'll try to pay your channel a visit. Maybe you can emphasize me on what top of the line actually is. See what kind of money status you're carrying. Most chopper guys revamp their own, but it's all good. Everybody's got their time and their place, you know. Getting someone to get into the garage and actually build, that's a real thing that someone needs to talk about. You don't actually build, and you can't sit there and compose a chopper to look good, then you're just sometiming. Here we got another old 70s 2-up. It's a 2.5 or 2.25 inch seat. It's got a nice padding on that one there. A little bit of diamond pleat. Might run this one on this one later on, since it's still a swing arm bike right here. Needs more length on it. I gotta take that sissy bar off and run it back. Probably remake a new one. This one will probably get a hardtail later on. All right, there's the old hardtail to the long chopper. Just kept that as souvenir. Should sell it off or trash it, but later on this one will get hardtail too, just like the long chopper. Here we are again. So what all y'all working over in your neck of the woods? It's a nice day out here in Texas. But we got the long chop covered up there. Later I'll do a vid on the rat rod truck. I'll show you a little bit of that later on. That's got an actual body drop I did some years back. Still needs to be airbagged. And that one I'm gonna make that one lay frame, but it's a rat rod. I'll get back to doing that one later. That one took probably like 6 months to body drop, and it just got to. I was gonna do a flip axle kit on it, but there's some actual perches that I want to weld under to be able to slam that all the way down. Of course, we got the tire collection. Some old Dunlops and some 21s. Some Shinkos and some Firestones, some vintage Firestones, and these are all 16s. These are all rear back 16s, 21s, some 18s for some muscle bikes. More factory sissy bars. Might have to pull this tire and run it on the long chopper. I'm getting some dry rot on the ones that are on the tire that's on the long chopper. Here, got some old Z bars too. Probably sell those. I wasn't a big fan of those. Too flat and straight. This tank here, I'll probably sell this one off. That actually fell. Put a cap on it. I sell that off. I don't really care for peanut tanks. They're good practice tanks for painting, but that's about it. I'm not a fan of these oil tanks either. Let's try some old parts. These are old parts from the Road King. Really care for those linkages, and got a bunch of storage stuff that I need to go through. I barely reacquired back here recently. Just hadn't been over to the storage to see what all parts I still had over there. I'm gonna go top cover. Nice top cover to a Road King. Good condition. That was a nice purchase for a swap meet buy. It's gonna be a hold belt. That's gonna be for a bagger bike. A lot of exploring stuff. I need to find what all this stuff is. Guess you could see how most chopper guys accumulate collections of things. Now these are the quick. Oh yeah, these are the bolts for stretch bags. There's gonna be more Road King stuff. More little goodies, and of course your steel wool, your quadruple lot. And that's good in chopper shit to get your rust off. Pipes. No shotgun pipes. Who can name what these are? These are some stretch side covers. That was for the Road King I was building. Chicken Nugget, what's up, man? I'm glad to see you stop by. Just here piddling around with parts and stuff that I was picked up over at a storage. Been sitting there going through a lot of the stuff I had there, trying to remember what all I had over there in that storage. These are more stretch side covers. They're gonna be for a Road King, bagger. Antlers. They're shedding antlers. Old Fender bag bar. Some old tips. Probably refurbish those onto something. I want to say this is probably throttle. This looks like the throttle body linkage off of a Road King. It's got a spring in here that kind of coils up when you throttle. No, actually going through storage stuff. Their chicken nugget. Actually stopped by one of my storages that had accumulated chopper parts and FL parts, Road King parts, and went by there recently to pick a bunch of boxes and stuff up. Trying to remember what the hell all I had in that storage. That's what a lot of this stuff is. Trying to remember what stuff is salvageable, what I could sell, what are from old unfinished projects. Just trying to remember on what all was over there. Usually, like most know, when you start getting into choppers and bikes and stuff like that, most men are usually junkies for accumulating things. I got a lot of stuff over there that I had put away. Just trying to remember what all the stuff is. These were spacers I used on the long chopper. It's gonna be a back spacer for a back wheel, for a back sprocket. Your lockdown for your front. I guess you could say most stuff's useful if you're actually in a building. I guess you could say not everybody's talented at building, but if you are and you do take your time, a lot of people can create badass shit. There's an old cutout. There's a backbone. There's a backbone cutout to one of the choppers. You never have too many parts. As long as you're still alive and building, you never have too many parts. I'll open this up, check for water. This started acting up on a tender the other day. Let's see if I can refurbish this. Run that on probably on the long chopper. Get that turned on. I gotta put a throttle addiction, a wiring kit on it. That's what that long chopper is lacking, and oil lines. Some marble. Fenders. Fenders I gotta get rid of or sell or. Aftermarket. That's going to be an aftermarket. It's going to be barber style. Let me see what's useful still to keep. What I can add to the finish of these two builds. Seats. Sissy bars. I gotta redo that sissy bar on that chopper out there. This one was a unique one, but it's still factory style. This is the kind of aftermarket bullshit that I'm against. This is what some people call themselves builders. Part for part. This kind of bullshit sissy bars I don't like. You don't get no street cred on swapping out shit for this stuff. This Chinese shit. Better off when you put an effort to heating up and bending and making your own. Still got. Didn't even know I had this toolbox in storage. Nice set. I think it's too damn nice. Don't even care for new shit. Been using my old tools for a long time. I think I prefer sticking to the old stuff. Tubes. And this is for my Cannondale bicycle. I got to get back into exercising. Back into my weightlifting. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, more old bills. Oh, it was a CB slide. It was a rebuild kit for carbs. For a CB carb. Gaskets, you know, it's all gasket kits and these are old cutouts. These are old cutouts to other choppers. A fender mount. It's probably narrow enough for a Sportster. Shields. Get to that later. The old electric guitar. Well, guess we'll get this stuff out of the way. Start getting some stuff out for the tear this tranny out. Nice axe. Do some chopping with that. Oh, here's the tank that's supposed to go on this one here. On this chopper. So in here I was waiting on the pepcocks for either side of this, either running together into one or running two individual pepcocks so you can utilize the reserve on it. Run one side and then use the other side as a reserve, or I could just wire them both together and add into one pepcock. But if you go low, you better have extra gas. That's the one that's going to go on here eventually. I could find time to get that damn thing on there. And that'll give it a better look, since this is the swing arm chopper. I don't really. This one needs some better looks to it. It's running a moto iron springer on it. Supposedly a 2-over. So a 2-over springer. I don't know. Oh, pea pads. Some cool pea pads that I'll probably use on the yellow chopper. Probably sell that. That's junk. I'll probably sell that. And this later on is going to go probably on this. And this is going to be after I bump this sissy bar back. Let's see whether to run it forward or run it back. Might run it this direction instead. Kind of digging this one a little better. It's got a little more of a vintage look. This one here is could be actually ran on the sissy bar. That's the only reason I nabbed that one up at a swap. Maybe mount it. Maybe mount it like that later on. Not bad, $10. Get rid of all this bag setup, this tool bag and all this. Bend up some round on the back of the shop over the back. Probably go get a set y'all up here and maybe
One of these lunches has a peanut lover's favorites. The other has a sunflower butter you packed for your son. You do your best. One of these lunches has a peanut lover's favorites. The other has a sunflower butter you packed for your son. You do your best to help them avoid food allergens, but accidents can still happen. Xolair is an FDA-approved injection proven to significantly reduce allergic reactions from accidental food exposures. Taken once or twice a month, it focuses on the source of food allergy reactions. For adults and children as young as 1, Xolair is effective in reducing allergic reactions to a single or multiple foods. Don't
Trust. This is your brain, my friends. Questions?
Are you alright? What if I left you? You seen marijuana or something? Oh yeah, you see it. Tony Burner.
What's up, Al? finally warmed up. Hasn't ran in about probably 3 months. Say about at least 3 months. Been too busy working. That's pretty good for not holding a charger, having a trickle charger on it. All right, well, because that's not bad for running in a few minutes. Can't let it get hot. I don't got a blower or a fan running on it. And that's pretty good for not running for about 3 months. Probably guess later tonight I'm gonna get into the pulling the tree and all the clutches and everything out of it. Look at what the clutch pack looks like. Oh, I'm gonna have to study all the linkage and everything again. Same thing I did 3 months ago. I'm about to get all the way in, back behind the basket to pull it out. Take a look at the, see if any of the damn levers are binding up or anything. I fixed a few things 3 months ago, but still wasn't the problem. Even the foot clutch lever too, that was all jacked up. That didn't help either. Got one less thing to worry about, but looking at all the linkage inside in the basket, see what's going on in there. That's going to take me probably a few hours, pull all that out, take a look at what's binding up in there. This bike's already been ran for about probably 5 or 6 years by another friend of mine. It already needs a rocker gasket. Needs gaskets, getting leaking on the base gaskets. That's probably about $125 for the full kit. Won't stop it from running, but still just more shit to tear down and update. I'll probably try to get the long chopper running before finishing this one. This one just needs more love. Been sitting around for too long. I think it's just making time for everything. We'll get to it slowly but surely. Well, let's see. See what other kind of goodies we got. This stuff here is supposed to be for the long chopper. This is what's lacking on the long chopper. It is wiring and I guess you could say wiring and oil kit. This is throttle addiction. This is the throttle addiction wiring kit. And that's about 3 bills right there. for this tiny little bit of chopper wiring kit. Probably could have made one myself, but don't mind contributing to companies that make it easier for you. So that's going to be the throttle addiction chopper kit for the Sporties. That extra key switch. There's a brand new key switch from them. Brand 30 amp fuse. Always good to have a backup when you're riding. No, I'm not sponsored or anything. This is straight up paying. Backup 21. Somewhere around here. Check specialties, part number. This is for the front 21 for the spoolie. And I'm wondering on what color grips to run. This, remember, this is the long chopper. It's a Memgo chopper grips. These are the glittered. Either gonna run green, or since on the long chopper, the frame, the hardtail frame's painted it's supposed to look like stars, like a midnight black. Might run the blue, I don't know, or maybe one of each. That's gonna be after I do the paint job. Here's your kickstand bump. That's the little bump pad for the kickstand on the hardtail. A couple of brand new gaskets, crush gaskets for the pipes. The reason I bought these right here is because I have a set of, where are they? Torque cones. I got a set of torque cones that I got to put in the long chopper. This one right here already has a set in them because I'm running LAF drag pipes. If you're wondering why this one's loud, it's a Sporty, but not that it's big. This one supposedly has a small cam in it. Back when I bought it 6 years ago, it's got a small cam. That's the only upgrade that's in it. But it's loud because it got shorty LAF drag pipes. I'm running a Super E carb, and now it's open. I got a, would it be like a beehive, I guess, like a beehive cover that I have for that. You remember all this open box here. This is all for the long chopper, the one that's in the other video. That's what all these parts are actually for. There's the crush washers. The banjo, an angled banjo. This is for the back rear brake on the long chopper. I ran a line on it, and the straight banjo wasn't working, so I got this little small 45. There's a 45 angled one that should make it not bind so much on that back brake that I set up on it. And we got, a holder? Shit. I can't remember what the heck I got this one for. That's another one. Gotta remember why the hell about this one. Shit. I figured that one. This right here is supposed to be for the I'm gonna say this is for the choke. I bought this box months ago. This should be for the choke. Since this one right here's got a Super E carb, the other one's got a regular CB carb. But coming off the CB carb, this is supposed to be the choke hold. And then, because I don't like factory rotors. This is a brand new rotor for the back wheel on the Long Chop. This is what I'm going to run on the back one. It's going to be for the back disc for the Long Chop. Get that one looking a lot better after a while. Bunch of goodie boxes. Just threw that in there. Just for future setups that I'm probably going to run here on that Long Chop. Maybe can get it fixed up enough to put for a grass pass or something after I get it painted. Get the tank on it. The wiring harness. Backup tube. Alright, well, I got to work on getting this tranny out. Guess we'll go ahead and cut the live there. I'll do another actual video. I'll do some part video or something on getting this damn primary back off and getting all that clutch pack and everything taken off and order the basket. Alright, I guess that's it for now. See you on the next.